Ana de Armas, she's one of those actresses that I've been kind of keeping my eye on because, of course, Blade Runner 2049, I really enjoyed her performance in that. She was in Knives Out, which I thought was great, and I thought she was really great in it. And then, really, though, it was that role, that small little role that she had in the last Bond movie, No Time to Die. It was absolutely, without a doubt, the best scene in the movie. And I kept thinking, I'm like, man, they should make a movie with her, with that character going on missions and stuff like that. It would be awesome. Well, they didn't do that, but they put her in the John Wick universe. So, from the world of John Wick, Ballerina, let's talk about it. An assassin trained in the traditions of the Ruska Roma organization sets out to seek revenge after her father's death. The movie stars Ana de Armas, Keanu Reeves, Ian McShane, Anjelica Huston, and Gabriel Byrne. So the John Wick series has been really fun. Like, I have really enjoyed all of them. Now, they're not the kind of movies that I can watch over and over, but especially that first one was really, really well done. And I thought that the story, the lore around the characters was really, really cool. And then in the last John Wick movie, well, I don't know. There's a lot of people that were like, the story was kind of thin, and it was pretty long. But the stunts were just insane. And it was some of the best action scenes I've ever seen. Man, I think they might have outdone themselves. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Look, here's the thing. It's real simple. If you like the John Wick movies, you're going to like this. It's really fun. And some of the kills and everything's just, the action's great. It's like a really good movie. But what I kept trying to think while I'm sitting there watching it, I'm like, there's not a whole lot of story here. I mean, let's be honest. There's not a whole lot of story. But for some reason, I'm invested and I really, really enjoy it. Why is it that I can't enjoy like the Fast and Furious movies, where they're kind of, in a lot of ways, just action. Very little story, just action. Why? And I guess it's just because it just this seems a little more grounded. Fast and Furious is a little more, it's pushing the envelope of reality, right? Of course, they, from what I hear, they went to space in the last one. So I don't know. But this is just, man, it's good. And look, everybody's great in it. Like everybody's great. Gabriel Byrne has always been like a favorite of mine ever since The Usual Suspects. He's just got a lot of charisma. I mean, he was in Man in the Iron Mask. I loved him in that. I like him. Here, I felt like he definitely brought his gravitas to the role, but it was kind of a simple villain role. And of course, you've got Keanu making his appearance. It's definitely not a cameo, but it's not a co-starring role. This is definitely Ana de Armas' movie all the way. So just make sure that you know that going in, that this isn't like John Wick 2.5 or whenever this is supposed to take place. But again, Ana de Armas brings it. And I don't know. I guess I just really like her. And I like her in this role. I think there's definitely a vulnerability to her that is displayed throughout the movie. I mean, she gets her butt handed to her multiple times. And I think that's part of the reason why you root for her, because you see her get knocked around and thrown around, and it's really, really awesome. I don't want to say the line that really sticks out in this movie, because taken out of context, it may be a little weird. But I will say that in any other actor's hands, this might have been, it might have not worked. But the actor that delivers this line, delivers it so well. And then you see the results of that line. It's joyous. It almost reminds me of, how like the feeling that you get when you're watching Karate Kid and what's his name? Daniel LaRusso, lands the kick on Johnny and wins, and you know what I mean? And it's just this elation, this joy. There was a feeling, man, that was awesome. And it was at that moment, this is probably 25 minutes in, and I'm like, I'm sold on this movie. This movie's great and I love it. So good job, guys. even though, as I said, the story is a little on the light side, there is still a little bit of lore being dropped in here, and there's also some people that show up that, like I said, I wasn't quite sure that these people were going to be in it, and it was cool to see, and very very surprising and enjoyable. Like, I don't know, I really like the John Wick franchise, and this one is a perfect entry into the franchise in my opinion. In fact, outside of maybe the first one, I think this one's my favorite. So yeah, if you're a fan of the John Wick franchise, you have no excuse. You should go see this in the movie theater. It is amazing. The sound is it rocks. This movie rocks, okay? It's such a good time. But I'd like to hear from you. If any of you have gone out to see Ballerina, I would love to hear what you think of it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let's talk about it down in the comment section. And before we go, I do need to give extra special thanks to my level 2 members. Of course, that's Filbert, that's Ninjinzu, that's Rufus the Red, and that's Style Fawkes. Guys, thank you so much for the support. And of course, the level 1 members as well. Thank you all for that support. It really does mean a lot. But thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.